My friends, I felt called to come on and do a reading, and I think what I want to do is look at how your person thinks you're feeling about them versus how they're feeling about you. But I kind of wanted to see how they think you're feeling about you. I did a reading like this a few weeks ago, and I felt called to do another one. So we're gonna look at what the energy is between you right now, and then we'll get into how they think you feel about them. There we go. All right, so we're going to start with this deck. So let's see if this is your reading. So we have soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. And we have the chaser. And actually, after I cut the deck, I did see runner on the bottom, so this could be a connection where there was a runner-chaser dynamic. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues, so you could struggle with fear of abandonment. This connection could have triggered that fear within you, because maybe this person was a runner. We have passion, insane chemistry, so clearly you feel insane chemistry with this person, soul connection. All right, so we have boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So you could be having problems moving on from this connection. And then we do have a relationship with triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go. So with that boat card, it feels like I was making the face at this card about fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, and then the boat came out. So closure issues. So it feels like you're having issues moving on from this connection. That could be why that chaser card came out as well. Like maybe in the past you've been easily able to move on from people, but this connection, soul connection, it feels like you can't move on. So let's look at soulmates. Soulmates. We have sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception. So this person, you could have felt like they were gaslighting you, or there could have been gaslighting. They could also be watching you right now with this card. It does talk about someone watching you, looking, stalking. But like I said, it also says gaslighting. So you and this person could have had different perceptions, and sometimes when people have different perceptions, no matter how many times you say, this is my perception, they can say, no, you're wrong. And you could have felt like you were being gaslit. You could have been being gaslit. So let's look at chaser. Chaser. We have I like you. Let's get another one. So clearly you like this person and you still like them. You could have a fear that they're leaving you behind. Chaser. Chaser. Yeah, we have self-love. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So it definitely feels like this is one of the lessons you were meant to learn, because we have that card about fleeting triggers, resentments, lessons, letting go, and loving you. And then the boat came out. So I feel like you've tried to let this person go, but you still love them. And then twin flame came out. And we have abundance. So like I said, with that chaser card and I like you, it feels, like you still have feelings for this person. But you're trying to heal that chaser energy with that self-indulgence card, focus on self-worth. So that could be what this was meant to teach you. And trying to keep a positive mindset, twin flame. So you could see this person as your twin flame. Let's look at passion. We have not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, and ego issues. So it looks like there was insane chemistry, but there was also a lot of self-sabotage, fear, and ego issues. And we have healing heart. So healing from heartbreak. So I'm definitely seeing a theme here of you feeling like you weren't enough, or whatever happened in this connection triggered your fear of not being enough. And with this not enough card coming out with insane chemistry, like there needs to be more than insane chemistry. And it feels like both of you needed to heal, that you were both self-sabotaging, that you both had fear and ego issues. I want to see the triggers. Triggers. My nose is starting to run. You could definitely be dealing with a runner. Triggers. We have addiction. So there could have been addictions within this connection, but it triggered runner chaser energy. It triggered codependency, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block. And I'm just going to get one more because the boat is also there. Hammer, sabotage, rebuild, interrogation, persistent, working on it. So you could have tried to work things out with this person. There's definitely an energy of self-sabotage. Hang on, my nose is running. All right. So sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. So you could be very persistent on trying to work on the blockages on your side, like the self-love, the healing. So the fact that Twin Flame came out when I went and got a Kleenex, I actually grabbed a couple of different decks. I wasn't planning on using them, but with that energy coming out, I am going to use them. So I just got to figure out where I'm going to begin. Hang on. So I'm going to start with you, my friends. So we're going to look at your energy with animal cards. So what is your current energy? Your current energy. Let's have a look. Show me the viewer's energy. Show me the viewer's energy. We have the zebra. You could be quite eccentric. The zebra. You could be someone who likes to travel. I believe this card talks about I'm hearing, is it like it's a thrill to be around you? Oh no, sorry. The zebra. Zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra is not only a delight, but it opens our minds. Be prepared, their potent magic is contagious, and you soon may find yourself in a faraway land. You could be someone who, you could be going through some sort of third eye awakening, but you could also be someone who opens the minds of others. You could change the way other people think. You could also be planning on traveling or traveling right now with the zebra. I'm also hearing temperance with the zebra, because the temperance card, sometimes in animal decks, the temperance card has a zebra on it. So it makes me think of temperance. So you could be trying to balance your energies right now. We do have the scorpion. So the scorpion does show, this is your energy right now. So we have a lot of fire energy, but the scorpion energy talks about thinking about an unresolved issue from the past. So it feels like right now your guard could be up with this person. You could have some unresolved lack of closure, the boat, lacking closure or unable to get closure. So it feels like there's something that happened between you and this person that you don't have closure about. And again, the scorpion does talk about thinking about an unresolved issue from the past. Fire, more fire. Where are you? It's this way, hang on. Tends towards isolation, so you could be isolating yourself right now. Their career is very important to them. They focus on an unresolved issue from the past or an event from the past. So it definitely looks like there's something here that you're lacking closure on from this person. Let's get one more. One more for you. We have the unicorn, questioning divinity. So you had soul connection and you had twin flame come out. So you could be questioning divinity right now. You could be questioning, like you could be thinking about whatever happened in the past here, an unresolved event from the past, and you could be questioning, is this really my counterpart? Was I really in a twin flame connection? You could even be wondering if it was a karmic, I'm hearing, with those triggers. Again, it feels like you haven't been able to get closure on this situation. The unicorn does specifically talk about reconnecting with your higher self. So it feels like you're trying to reconnect with your higher self. I said that with the zebra with the little triangle up here. So you could be going through a third eye awakening or really questioning divinity. That happens on this journey, especially if there was some sort of unresolved, if there was sabotage in this person, there was a separation and this person hurt you in some way. You could be really questioning if you truly are on this journey. So let's get this one. Let's get this deck. It's the chakra deck. So let's look at your energy. Remember, the Scorpion says you could be very isolated right now. So let's see the viewer's energy. We have impatience. So you could be lacking patience when it comes to the journey. And you could really be questioning this journey right now. We have completion. So you could have just lost someone with this card. But this completion card and the impatience card, it feels like, and the unicorn card and the scorpion card, it feels like you could really be questioning whether or not this is over, but it's like lacking closure, so you're not sure if it's over. And you could be impatient about, like, maybe you're sick of waiting to see how this is all gonna unfold. You're trying to keep a positive mindset, remember that. But you could be feeling impatient and wondering, is this over? Like, was I just imagining this? Is my journey over? Was I actually a twin flame? Was this actually a soul connection? And we have empaths. So this empath card is really symbolic because this card specifically says this is not the end. This is just a detour. So I feel like, again, you are feeling an impatience here, wondering if this is really over, lacking closure. But Spirit's saying this is not the end, this is just a detour, that this isn't an ending. I just want to get the book for this because that impasse card, it almost looks like it's the universe stepping in here, or there needed to be this separation so that you could both have time to heal. And these are connected to the sacral chakra. So impasse. This card can indicate the end of a great emotional upset. The power to change direction for the better is supported in rest. Your angels appear to protect you in the long run. This is a detour, not a no. That's exactly what I mean. Somebody stepped in here, your angels, the universe, the divine, whatever you believe in, stepped in. And again, you could be questioning divinity right now. I'm seeing someone like wondering if they just imagined all this, or really questioning if they're actually a counterpart. But like I said, this says your angels are protecting you right now. This is not a no. Be in the here and now. Things will change. Go where you are led for now. Yeah. So let's look at impatience. You could be feeling impatient about getting communication because this is the throat chakra. Your desire to create may overpower the necessity of aligning and divine timing. So it feels like, you want something, you want some sort of cycle to complete, or you want some sort of answers, clarity, but that you have to allow for divine timing. The time to shine will come. Move with the energy and not in front of it. Being present has its reward. So these cards are talking about how you need to be in the present moment. And I know that's hard. You could be really lacking patience right now. Something is taking place outside of your comfort zone. So step into the emotional grace of completion. There is no drama here, only resolution. All right, so that's you. Let's get a few of these. Let's just get a few of these. And then I'm going to do the same thing for your person. I just feel like you don't have any answers. And again, I'm seeing someone like, maybe I'm just delusional. Maybe I'm not actually a counterpart. Maybe this was just a karmic. So let's look at your energy. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're looking at your energy. Consciousness on the bottom, church, consciousness. All right, so let's see the viewer's energy. The viewer's energy. They're all face down. You're so secretive. I'm not going to lie. I'm finding your energy a little hard to read right now. We have death. So clearly there's been an ending here. But death leads to transformation. Scorpio energy. Passionate, perceptive, focused, determined, probing, sexual, possessive, psychological, deep, prowling, fixed, resourceful. We have the sun. Yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled pride, radiant, success, vigor, divine masculine, daytime victory, happy, warm. We have new beginnings, fresh set goals and intentions, coming alive, growth, increasing excitement, rejuvenate, new cycle. So this is what I mean. This death card, it looks like it's leading to a new cycle, but it feels like you don't have any closure. It doesn't feel complete. It feels unfinished. But it's actually leading to a climax. It's leading to, you know, something that is fulfilling. It's leading to a new cycle. We have engagement ring. Proposal, engagement, agreement, next level, promise, partnership, statement of intent, marriage, union, and we have light bulb, aha moment, discovery, breakthrough, reveal, realize, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination, invention, intellect. And we have judgment, awakening, total transformation, heed the call, renewal, surrender. So it feels like right now you're meant to be surrendering to this. Like those chakra cards we're talking about. Don't fight it. Don't try and get out in front of it. Just surrender to the flow. Rebirth, clean slate, fundamental changes, purging, clearing, judgment. You could have seen yourself marrying this person. Interesting. The energy that I'm picking up on with questioning the journey, you could be someone who is finding it really unpredictable. As I'm talking about that, we have the Wolverine. So we do have unpredictable here. So you could be, you know, uncomfortable because it's not like you can see your soul contract and see what's on there and see what's going to happen. That's the most frustrating part, is that you have to have faith. Assertive, possessive, determined, elusive, renegade, fearless. That's also 20, which is judgment energy. We have balance, centered, meditate, integrate opposing forces, feeling complete awareness, just right, equality, well-being. I'm finding you a little hard to read right now. You could be really protecting your energy right now. It's almost like these cards even show that. It's like a back and forth. Like I feel like you're at some kind of crossroads when it comes to this journey, where you could be trying to surrender and accept that you are, you know, a counterpart, that you are on this divine journey. But it's like your ego, the sun card, maybe your ego is fighting it, is fighting the timing. We have the Emperor here. Independent, aggressive, active, energetic, leader, impatient, combative, naive, assertive, pioneer, initiator. So you have two masculine energies. So there's definitely something about impatience here, and you needing to, because it is an unpredictable situation, and that you need to center and balance and meditate. Again, I keep hearing that you could be really questioning this journey. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Impasse, remember? But remember what that impasse card said. This is not a no, it's a detour. You're being protected for a reason. So it doesn't matter how much you want this or how much you will it to happen. It's not the time right now. And again, that could be triggering your ego. Remember that chaser energy, that feeling like you're not enough. It could be triggering your ego and your fear right now. Oh, sorry. Crossroads and Twin Flame came out together. What was I saying? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for confirming what I was feeling. Crossroads on the Twin Flame journey. So you're at an important crossroads. Why am I getting red? You're at an important crossroads here. That's what I was hearing. Where you're really questioning, like, am I a counterpart or was this just a karmic? But you had Twin Flame and Soul Connection come out. And you had the Twin Flame card come out. So you're at an important crossroads. Now is not the time for union, and you could be getting impatient. Like, you could just want answers. You could just want it to happen. You could just want communication. And Spirit's saying you're at a very important moment, a pivotal moment in your journey where you have to trust in divinity, the unicorn. Weighing the options. But you got the Twin Flame card. Soulmate, Twin Flame, faith, a pair of things. Blooming love. So it's like, it's a crossroads here. Do I have faith or do I give up? And we have albatross. A good omen, calm, monogamy, stanima, or baggage, burdens, feeling cursed. So you could feel like you could be at this crossroads where you feel like, why me? I've been there. I've talked to other divine counterparts who have been there, where they go through a pivotal moment where they have to have faith and they have to shed that mindset of, why did the universe do this to me? I must be cursed. I must be delusional. This must all be make-believe. Two more. Two more came out. We have death energy again, 13, Scorpio energy. Beginnings, innocent, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree, inexperienced, new perspective. And the butterfly, metamorphosis, time, be open, embrace change, which is what those chakra cards were saying. Embrace this uncertainty, embrace this time, go with the flow. Don't try and get out in front of it. Don't try and control it. Just go with the flow. I'm seeing that example that there's this British lady who talks about twin flames, and she talks about the twin flame journey being like you're in whitewater rapids. And the more you try and fight the current, the harder the journey is. You just have to kind of let the universe, trust in the universe to take you down the whitewater rapids. She also gives an example of like the divine feminine is in the boat, eyes wide open because they're awakened, watching the whitewater rapids, experiencing the journey, like the ups and downs and the confusion. And then the divine masculine is in a raft attached by a red thread to the divine feminine's raft, but their eyes are closed. They're asleep. And that the divine feminine is leading the journey. And again, that feeling cursed, that albatross card, you could be even in the mindset of, why does the divine feminine have to lead the way? Why is this happening to me? Why me? It's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. Evolution of the soul. So you're going through an evolution of the soul. And I know so many counterparts who have been in this exact situation where they're at that crossroads where, do I get off the train or do I keep going? And Spirit's telling you with those chakra cards to embrace the change, to surrender to the flow. You don't have to, because you have free will. Somebody just sneezed really loudly in my house. But this is the time to, you don't have to take this journey. Nobody has to take this journey. Listen, I've been in that situation where I was like, why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm just going to give it all up. But my soul kept saying, keep going, keep going, keep going. And you're meant to be reinventing yourself right now. You're meant to be healing yourself, blossoming like this butterfly, rising like the phoenix. Ultimately, it's your choice. A lot of people give up out of impatience because they want, it can take a long time, you know? All right, so I just want to see how you're feeling about this person. Conflicted, conflicted. At a crossroads, conflicted. Time, it's taking too much time. Like, seriously, it's taking too long. Impatience. Waiting, cycles, moments. Conflicted about how much time it's taking. It's a journey for a reason. So let's see how you're feeling about this person. All right. So we have chemistry, insane chemistry. Remember that card came out in the black deck? We have abandoned. So they definitely triggered your fear of abandonment. Left out, walked away cold. So this person could have walked away from you. They could have run from you. We have beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. So it's like deep down you want to have a new direction with this person. Deep down you want to start over. You want to rebuild. But again, it feels like your fear and your ego is being triggered right now by their abandonment or their running. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected. So this is affecting you. And again, that Scorpion card, you could be thinking about something they did in the past towards you that's making you question this. Let's keep going. A few more. How are you feeling about this person and this journey? Conflicted, confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. I feel like you're definitely going through an awakening. And again, you're at a crossroads where you're feeling very unsure of what to do here or if you should trust this. And unfortunately, I always say it's not like a magical fairy is going to come down and be like, yes, you are a counterpart. Keep going. Everything will be okay. That has to come from within. That has to come from your higher self, from divinity, questioning divinity, the unicorn. We have only you. So again, it feels like you haven't been able to move on from this person. You haven't been able to let them go. And I was hearing that in the past, you've never experienced that before. Like you've never found yourself chasing someone or not being able to get over someone. I've said that. Like I wasn't heartless in the past, but like I can think of a few people in my past where when it was over, I'm like, okay, bye. Like I cried for a day and then I got rid of anything that reminded me of them and I got on with my life. Bye. But this journey is different. We have soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. Let's get two more. I'm sending you love. I know. It's confusing. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Broken mirror. We have conflicted. You have two cards about being conflicted here. And we have intuition. Conflicted. Seriously. Conflicted between your mind and your heart right now. Between your intuition and your ego and your fear. Conflicted between trusting your intuition and thinking about how long this is taking and your impatience. Again, I'm not here to shame you for feeling this way. This is part of the journey. This is part of the journey. This is a part of the journey that a lot of counterparts, a lot of divine feminines have to go through. If I could tell you how many times I almost gave up, I'm done. I went off this ride, I'm done. I could never bring myself to get off the ride though, or the train, I should say, not the ride, the train. I could never bring myself to get off. So I'm just going to get a few, let's just look at your energy. With this deck, let's look with this deck. All right, you, divine feminine, inner union, love yourself. That's what you need to focus on right now. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to say it again. The counterpart journey is not about the union. That's icing on the cake. That's a bonus. This journey is actually about you. It's about healing those triggers. It's about healing your wounds. That takes a long time. A lot of counterparts, you know what somebody said once? They're like, a divine person would never have trauma. I'm like, what are you talking about? This journey is meant to heal that trauma. So a lot of us have like years of trauma, like years and years and years since we were young children. And that doesn't disappear overnight. That takes years to heal. You know, I started healing from my trauma 6 years ago, and I'm still working on it. I still get triggered. So it doesn't just, you can't just undo it. It's not like there's an undo button. But anyway, this journey is truly about you coming into inner union with yourself, learning how to love yourself so that you can never be abandoned because you're not abandoning yourself. Therefore, you can never be abandoned. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's just get a few cards for you. Show me the divine feminine. All right, so avoidant came out. So this could be triggering your avoidance. You know, you could be dealing with an avoidant or a runner or someone with those tendencies, but it could be being triggered within you right now where you're like, nope, I don't think I'm a counterpart. La la la, I can't hear you, you know. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Gollum when he's like, I can't hear you. Anyway, it feels like your runner energy is being triggered, like you're at this crossroads where you're like, do I run away now? You could be avoiding. I don't think you're avoiding the twin flame journey, but I definitely see you're questioning it. And I know that's a hard place to be. We have ancient Egypt, so you could have ties to ancient Egypt, and we have on the same frequency. On the same frequency. Interesting. So if your person is a bit of an avoidant, you could be going through that right now. Like if this person is heavily in avoidance or running, you could be kind of on that frequency where you're picking up on that energy and you are starting to, again, your ego could be trying to avoid your intuition right now. Let's get a few more for you. Show me the divine feminine. Separation and dreams. So you could be having dreams about this person right now. That is a way that we process buried memories and trauma. You could be having dreams about the unresolved issue in the past, whatever this person told you. That's something that I experienced. I also used to have this weird dream. I'm just going to be honest with you. I haven't had it in a really long time, but I used to have this dream where I would dream about my counterpart and they would be asleep and I couldn't wake them up. And it makes sense because they were asleep, like asleep, not literally asleep. But I would have this dream where I was trying everything I could to wake them up. I was like, I'm going, my bags are packed, I'm going, wake up, don't you want to see me before I go? And I would have this dream constantly. So you could be dreaming about this person, or sometimes we dream about an unresolved issue from the past. So if this person hurt you in the past, you could be having dreams about that as a way to process it. And we have separation. I'm just going to get you 2 more from this deck. This is going to be a long reading. We have chaos, wounded feminine. Wounded feminine. So right now, your wounded feminine energy is being triggered. And wounded feminine energy is not trusting your intuition. It's worrying about how long things are taking. It's, I'm just going to grab my iPad and look this up for you. Just hang on. So, wounded feminine energy. Vulnerabilities, insecurities, past traumas impacting a person's emotional well-being. It can manifest as low self-worth, difficulty setting boundaries, tendency towards victimhood. Remember that albatross card? Why me? Burdens. Healing involves recognizing these patterns, developing self-compassion, and reclaiming the wounded feminine's strength and intuition. And the wounded feminine has a hard time connecting to their intuition. So wounded feminine and chaos, I definitely feel like there's a lot of chaos within your wounded feminine energy. The understanding the impact of wounded feminine energy can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, a sense of being disconnected from oneself. You might struggle setting healthy boundaries, trusting. When the feminine energy is wounded, creativity and intuition might be suppressed or blocked. I live my life one step, one experience, and one day at a time. That's for you. That affirmation was definitely for you. Where am I here? Making it difficult to tap into one's inner wisdom and flow. So your ego could be taking over right now, or your wounded feminine energy could be taking over. I don't know why I'm seeing I just heard boss battle. Like the wounded feminine needs to be taken down. You need to overpower that wounded feminine. So let's talk about how you can heal wounded feminine energy. Self-awareness, recognizing the patterns of wounded feminine energy and how they manifest in your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors is the first step. Self-compassion, treating oneself with kindness and understanding, especially when facing difficult emotions, is crucial. Building self-worth, focusing on personal strengths, achievements, and inner values can help restore your sense of self-worth. Setting healthy boundaries, and not just with this person, but everywhere in your life. With friends, with family, with work. Learning to say no, prioritizing one's need, and protecting one's emotional space is essential. Reconnecting with intuition and creativity, engaging in activities that nurture one's creative expression and tap into inner wisdom can help heal the wounded feminine. You can also seek support. All right, so hopefully that, I really felt called to look that up for you because I know that sometimes, I talk about these things and I don't really, my readings are quite long, but I just wanted to really, with these 2 coming out, I really wanted to let you know what that energy is about and how you can help it. Again, it's something that the wounded feminine, the ego, there needs to be an ego death with the wounded feminine. And I don't know why I'm seeing a boss battle in a video game, but I am. Maybe you play video games. So we're just going to get a few from this deck now. I haven't used this deck in a really long time. You could be questioning if it's time for new love. Okay, so I'm just going to get a couple out of this deck. So show me this, the viewer. Awakening. Didn't I say you're going through an awakening? The edge of evolution is messy, is what I'm hearing. So you're going through an awakening, and it may feel, I feel like you've probably already been through a dark night of the soul where you question everything. This feels a little bit like that, like you're questioning everything. Awakenings are not all sunshine and rainbows and la. Awakenings are messy. Spiritual enlightenment. So you're going through an awakening right now. That looks like my nails. Doesn't that look like my nails? I have Northern Lights. That's cool. So you're going through an awakening. Again, this is part of your breakthrough, is what I'm hearing. We have freedom, awakening, and we have soulmates. So clearly you feel a soul bond with this person. Let's get 2 more. I feel like I was supposed to be doing how your person feels about you, but this just took a different turn. We have fate, written in the stars, blueprint. The movie Only You could be symbolic. Do you know how crazy she felt in that movie? If you don't know what that movie is, you should watch it. She gets a name off in a Ouija board when she's 10 or something, or 12. And then she's about to get married, and that person with that name calls. And he says he's going to Italy or Rome or wherever it is. She hops on a plane with her best friend and chases this person she's never met to Rome. It's a great movie, but there's a part in that movie where there's a man that says, "It is written in the stars." Blueprint. New beginnings, new chapter, fresh start. So this is a new beginning for you after you make it through this. The edge of evolution is messy after you make it through this awakening. There's a new start coming, and we have attachments. So codependency, avoidant, anxiety. So it's very important to look at these within you right now, these attachments that you have. All right, I'm just going to get a couple of tarot cards for you, just a couple. And then I'm going to look at your person, because originally I was just going to do their feelings, but whatever. So, your energy, show me this divine feminine. King of Swords. It feels like you're very much the devil. So it feels like you are looking at this very logically right now. Again, you might not be tapped into your intuition right now. Sometimes we need to look at it logically though, right? Like I can think of a reading I did recently where the person had to look at it logically in order to put up boundaries. They needed to look at it like, counterpart or not, this person is mistreating me and I need to protect myself. But it feels like you are very much in this King of Swords energy, looking at it very logically. And the King of Swords, like, it's not the Queen of Cups, so it doesn't feel like you... It feels like you're more so in your head than in your heart space. Again, sometimes that's where we need to be. We need to look at it logically. The King of Swords asks us not to be too rigid or make decisions based on assumptions. Inform yourself as much as possible before jumping to any conclusions. Like I said, I'm just feeling like you're very much in your head, and you're looking at this very logically, and I hope I'm not confusing anyone, because sometimes, like I said, we need to look at it logically to protect ourselves. But this feels more like you're questioning your intuition, or you're a little bit too much in your head, looking at it a little bit too logically, and these connections don't always make logical sense. We have the Seven of Wands. So you could be feeling quite defensive or wounded. You could have boundaries in place. We have the Devil, so you keep getting cards about codependency. So I feel like right now you need to be healing that codependency. You could be obsessively thinking about this person as well. And we have the Three of Swords, which talks about separation. It can also talk about resentment over past pain. So I almost feel called to read to you the Three of Swords in reverse, the advice. Because with that Scorpion card, I always want to call it Scorpio. With that Scorpion card, you could be struggling with holding on to that resentment. So heartbreak, honk honk. confirmation I need to read to you the reversal. Heartbreak, separation, sadness, grief, sorrow, upset, loss, trauma, tears, carrying the tension of heartbreak, sometimes as a result of a relationship ending, a communication failure, or a bitter argument or betrayal. You may be carrying grief, emotional pain, and feelings of rejection. So, the advice for the reversed, I feel called to read you the reversal. The reversed Three of Swords asks you to let go of a painful experience you may be holding on to. Forgiveness is not easy, but this card signifies an opportunity to fully feel and acknowledge your feelings, sit with the discomfort, and then release it when you are ready. And I always say, forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about the weight it lifts off of us. It doesn't mean what they did was okay, but holding on to that resentment can block the energy and weigh us down, and make us feel heavy. You know what? I just felt called to look at the reversal of the Seven of Wands, lack of self-belief. So you could be struggling with lack of self-belief, and you may feel like you need to go back on your beliefs, questioning the journey. Let's see how you're feeling about this person. You're definitely going through an awakening. Four of Swords in reverse on the bottom. So you're meant to be healing right now and awakening. So what kind of bird was that I just heard? I'm a crazy bird lady. I can't think of what bird that is. Anyway, if it comes to me, I'll say it. How are you feeling about this person? So we have the Knight of Coins. So you could feel like they're taking too long. Impatience. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Six of Swords. So you could be feeling like you could be thinking like, do I move on? Do I let go? For how you're feeling about them with the Queen of Cups, it does feel like you have a very intuitive energy towards them. You do have an intuitive feeling about them. You could also be feeling like they helped you realize some of these things about yourself, but you know, the Six of Swords, I feel like you go back and forth. Like on one hand, you want to reconnect with them, you want to repair a disconnect, and on the other hand, you're wondering, should I just move on? Should I just let this go? So what is your advice here? Let's get you some advice, my friend, before we get to your person. What is your advice? What is your advice? We have the Eight of Coins. So your advice right now is to focus on yourself, invest your energy into yourself, focus on self-mastery. Could be focusing on work. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So the Ten of Swords in reverse is about healing. So Spirit's saying focus on your healing right now, focus on your self-mastery. This little book has so many little snippets it has like little advice at the bottom. That's why I love it. It's from the Wild Reflection Tarot. So the Ten of Swords reversed can indicate that you're having a hard time moving on after a recent betrayal. They may be holding on to resentment and anger. And your advice is to heal, to learn your lessons, heal from the past, and that the clouds are parting and better days are ahead. There is an opportunity for a major breakthrough. The edge of evolution is messy. You're going through a breakthrough that's leading to a new phase that is more peaceful and fulfilling. So focus on your healing and focus letting go of that resentment. You know, sometimes people can get angry at Spirit, like, why did you do this to me? So, Eight of Pentacles, focus on your skill, focus on your talent, focus on your craftsmanship, dedication, accomplishment, learn a new skill, hone a craft. Remember the Wounded Feminine advice was you can connect to your intuition by doing that, by doing creative things or trying new skills. This card is a positive sign to follow through with your goals. All right. So let me just... let me get your person's stuff ready here. Hang on. All right. So, shuffled. I shuffled these. So let's get your person's energy now. We're going to switch over to them. Show me their person's energy. Show me their person's energy. You know what's so funny? I almost didn't do this reading. I was procrastinating. I was like, oh, I don't know. But my intuition, my head was telling me, you could just go take a nap. You could go do something else. You could do this. You could do that. It was like my ego was like, didn't want me to do this reading. But my intuition was telling me, no, you have to do this reading. You have to do this reading. Go do this reading. I put it off for like 2 hours. So, your person's energy. We have the shark. Something is coming to the surface for your person right now. A truth needs to come to the surface. A truth needs to be spoken and exposing true nature. So your person is seeing, glimpsing their true self right now. Something is coming to the surface with your person. And it talks about how this shark hovers until this comes up to the surface. So it feels like your person could be fighting whatever this is as well. And you are both on the same frequency right now. So if you are in resistance or they are in resistance, you would be picking up on that energy. If you are in resistance, they would be picking up on that energy, if that makes sense. Revealing true nature and desire. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card is indicating that something needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes over us when we are hesitant to be honest, to totally be ourselves, or to say what we really want. So your person knows what they want here. I need to make sure you can hear me because I just got a phone call. I had to restart that because when I get a phone call, sometimes it mutes it. Even though I never pick up the phone. Don't call me. I won't pick up. I mean it. I will not pick up my phone. I ran a photography business for 10 years without making one phone call. So, it may be tempting to continue to pretend nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. So this shark is targeting your person right now. It's circling your person, and it's bringing the truth out of your person to bring into balance honesty. And then they got the sea serpent, which is a spiritual card. Healing emotional wounds. And it talks about desire. So this person is figuring out what they truly desire. Sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. And you're being asked to surrender to the flow. Your person is being asked to surrender to the flow. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our life, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. All right, let's get one more for your person. Oh, that's interesting. The bear came out. Lord of the Rings could be symbolic. I was gonna say blue eyes could be symbolic, but it feels like the universe has their eye on your person. You know, in the movie, it's like, I see you. That's what I'm hearing with your person. That's good. We have the bear awakening from a spiritual slumber. And I feel like you're going through a spiritual slumber right now as well. Or maybe you're even experiencing a little bit of not spiritual amnesia, but a little bit where you're questioning everything that you've awakened to. You could be questioning it. But your person awakening from a spiritual slumber, the bear. So that's actually really good. Earth energy, water energy, spirit energy. So your person got a spirit card. The bear, waking from spiritual slumber. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move towards the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new direction and transformation. So they're at a crossroads. They're on the cusp of a new beginning and an awakening and personal growth, just like you are. I'm seeing the threshold card in the archetype deck. So it's like you're both standing at the threshold. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes and the warmth of spring emerges. Your transformation is beginning. That could be part of the reason why. Remember your chakra cards, the empath, and I said it's almost like your angel, the card confirmed it, but it's almost like the universe stepped in and said, wait, stop. It's, it's like it happened so that you could both awaken, so that you could both go. I'm hearing ego death. I just want to see how your person feels about you. I didn't ask how you felt about them, but I want to see, the scorpion kind of told me, but let's see how they're feeling about you. The peacock. That's interesting. They see you as someone who's very rare. So we do have the mouse. So they do feel nervous. They do feel anxious about being honest with you, about speaking with you. But this also talks about, it's possible that if you were in wounded feminine energy, that was like projecting into this connection. I'm not saying your person didn't do anything. But when that card, not enough, fear and ego issues, wounded feminine energy spoke about how wounded feminine energy can impact a connection. So your person could have seen you as someone a little like nitpicky or with high expectations. I'm not saying that to trigger you. We also have the camel. So this is an energy, the camel, for how they feel about you. I'm having the scorpion card talks about reactions. So you could be someone who has, when you're triggered or when you feel like you're not enough, you could have reactions. And the camel talks about learning to balance those reactions. So I'm having a hard time figuring out if that's you. It could be both of you. But your person could feel like, because the scorpion card came out for you, you could be someone when you're triggered, you're quite reactive. Again, not shaming you at all. That's something that I've spent years working on, is my reactions. I had a very reactive father, learned behavior. I call it my Knight of Swords energy. And that's why I always tell you guys, we should center ourselves before reacting. We should never be reacting from an emotionally triggered place or a feeling of like an anxious place, the mouse, anxiety. It's just reminding me a little bit of that wounded feminine energy. So that wounded feminine energy could have that's weird. Your person could be a smoker. For some reason, I smell smoke, like cigarette smoke. There could be someone walking by smoking, I guess. Not that I live on a busy road. So So you could be someone who's reactive, or your person could be feeling like they need to learn how to tame their reactions. So like if you're not resonating with that, then maybe it's your person who's quite reactive, who reacts from a triggered place. And maybe they feel like they need to be responsible for their own reactions. That's what it says, being responsible for one's own reactions. So either that's them feeling like, you have reactions when you're feeling anxious or triggered. Again, nitpicky is a word that's associated with the mouse. I'm not saying you're nitpicky. That's just the word associated with that card. Or they have reactions and they're feeling anxious about coming towards you because the Scorpion also talked about a situation where you felt an unresolved issue from the past. So that could have been this person's reactions. But for how this person feels about you, knows oneself, independent, calm, content, sparkle in your eye. All right, so let's get chakra cards for your person. Look at the bottom of the deck, soulmate. So, show me their person's energy. Show me their person's energy. Didn't want to come out. Didn't know. Your person is in a little bit of confusion as well here. So we have trickery. So your person could have they could have ADHD, but they could have some manipulative tendencies. We saw that gaslighting. Or they could have people around them in that energy. And we have self-worth. So they're focusing on their self-worth right now. They're focusing on self-transformation, personal growth. That's good. Where'd the book go? It's right here. I don't know why I always panic. Trauma, that's why. Self-worth. Am I ready? Am I ready to allow myself to receive what others may not? Self-worth. Emotional peace. You've been given the gift of self-love. This card indicates love of life and no longer needing to prove your value to others who may not see you. Rely on your inner knowing. So your person is trying to rely on their inner knowing as well, and there could be people around them that don't see their worth. Maybe you always saw their worth. Trickery. Halloween could be symbolic. I just heard trick or treat. Oh, this is Kelly the Green Dragon. I love that. There may be manipulation because of the fear of being rejected. So your person could have been showing up in manipulative ways because they had a fear of being rejected. Fear of rejection. Remember that not enough card? Fear and ego issues. Fear of rejection will make you act in all kinds of ways. I'm not saying it's okay. But I did a zodiac reading the other day where I talked about how I had a fear of rejection and a fear of abandonment so that I would abandon and reject people before they could do it to me. And I wasn't even aware that I was doing it. There is no evil intent, only a deep desire to be loved. That's kind of sad. So if your person was showing up in manipulative ways, there was no ill intent, only a deep desire to be loved. It was like their monster took over. This card may also indicate that you should practice asking for your heart's true desire rather than fearing someone else's resentment. You had resentment in your energy. So if this person is afraid of your resentment, they could be afraid to ask you for their true desire or to express their true desire to you, which could be like they want to get back together or they want to try again. But if they're fearing your resentment, there's something there. There's definitely a connection there with your energy and the Scorpion and the resentment. and their fear. Fearing someone else's resentment. True heart's desire. The sea serpent card talked about desire. The shark talked about desire. Let's get one more for them. One more. Listen, I love that this card is called Kelly the Green Dragon, but look at this. Oh, completion. You had that card as well. But look at this card. There's this little nervous squirrel here wanting this acorn, and acorns to me represent a pentacle or the start of a new beginning or something. And there's this fear. That's what they desire. They desire that pentacle. But there's a fear that they're going to be met with resentment. They're going to be met by this dragon. And the dragon in the spiritual animal deck that I love so much talks about the ego. Hopefully that makes sense. And they also have insecurity. So your person, self-worth and insecurity. So they're at a crossroads too. They're going back and forth between, with you, it's like your intuition and your ego about the divine journey, I think. And for them, they're going back and forth between self-worth and insecurity. And that they're guarding their heart. Look at that. Their heart's being guarded because of their ego. Because of that devil energy. I'm glad I did this reading. I'm glad I listened to my intuition. Remember, like Esoterro says, your anxiety screams, your intuition whispers. Why can't I find this? The greatest adversary is the one living inside of me. Demon red rainbow. Insecurity. Energy turned within can lead to fear and stagnation. The shark. So they've been turning all this inward, and it needs to come to the surface. Courage is necessary if you are to be fearless and move forward. This message is to grow up inside into a greater energy and to invoke courage from the angels to progress. All right. So you're both on like different types of journeys, but aligned, if that makes sense. All right. So let's see your person's energy with this deck. Show me their person's energy. Divine intervention. There's not many coming out. Oh my gosh. Show me their person's energy, please, Spirit. There's not many coming out. How many came out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Maybe 7. All right, what do we have? We have the rider, messenger, movement, message, travel, news, visitor, delivery, goals, green light, progress. We have the anchor, stable, enduring, solid, steady, restrain. So they could be restraining, coming towards you. Secure, persevere, willpower, long listing, persists, advantage, fortitude. We have the magnet, longing, desire, gravity, magnetic, attraction, yearning. The magnet. We have strength, magnanimous, generous, hospitable, creative, caring, warm, authoritative, open, active, languid, determined, strength. So I feel like your person goes back and forth between insecurity and inner strength. We have intervention, divine intervention, and that's what I was seeing with that empath card. Ascension, perfect timing, serendipity, light codes, promises kept, duality, as above, so below. Look at what came out for them. epiphany, and twin flame. Soulmate, twin flame, faith, a pair of things, blooming love, the one, deep soul connections, and epiphany. Those two came out together. An aha moment, discovery, breakthrough, reveal. There's something they want to reveal to you. Maybe that they see you as their soulmate. They're having a realization that you have this soul connection, because they had soulmate on the chakra deck. Enlightenment, epiphany, illumination, invention, intellect. You both had these two cards. It's almost like, do you know what I just heard? It's like your light bulb has been on for a while. And now it's like your light bulb is flickering as theirs is going on. Does that make sense? Oh. We have the Lion. Fair, just, devoted, majestic, self-esteem. Authority figure, pride, overcoming difficulties, heart-centered ego. So you're both struggling with ego here, self-esteem. We have communicate, negotiate, communicate, chatty, debate, discuss, flighty, nervous, ADHD, making contact, noisy, text or call someone. So this is definitely someone who's nervous about making contact with you. They got both the twin flame cards in this deck. Divine partner, soulmate, activated heart chakra. Their heart chakra is being activated. Balancing yin and yang energy, reflection, other self, catalyst, awakening, mirror, reflection. And I can't tell you what to do here, but it feels like this person's light is finally going on. It feels like they're on that raft behind you and they're like blinking. I'm seeing, you know what cats do when they're in a dark room and you turn on the light and they like blink at you? That's what I'm seeing your person doing right now. And you might be getting ready to close your eyes. Hopefully that makes sense. Just two more. Both face down. The Emperor. Independent, aggressive, active, energetic, leader, impatient, combative, naive, assertive, pioneer, and initiator. I had to read that again. Emperor energy. Crossroads, are you kidding me? I'm telling you, remember what I was just saying about how it's like they're just starting to open their eyes and you're wondering, should I shut mine? They're at a crossroads right now. Do I step into this masculine energy and let my confidence win? Or do I let that red demon rainbow win? Remember the demon rainbow card that we were looking at? So they're at a very similar crossroads. It's just a little different on the same frequency. All right. This one. I have so many decks surrounding me. The bottom of the deck, we have the Runner. They definitely could have been a runner. Right person, wrong time. All right, so your person's energy. Hot and cold. Back and forth, inconsistent. Oh my goodness, your energy is so similar. So we have confusion. We have separation. Oh, I forgot to get how they're feeling about you. I'll get that deck next. We have cycles. So there could be cycles that they're healing out here. They could be recognizing hot and cold. They could have hot and cold cycles or cycles of running. They could be realizing, like I said, when I had a fear of abandonment and a fear of rejection, I didn't notice the cycles I was repeating. I didn't notice that whenever there was conflict, I would like run away, or I didn't notice I would sabotage things before they could end. But once you realize that cycle, like I feel like your person is realizing their own cycles, and hot and cold and confusion. So they're definitely going back and forth. We have acceptance. So they could be accepting some of these. They could be starting to accept their hot and cold behaviors, starting to accept their cycles. Let's get another one. So they got avoidant as well. Healing, that's nice. So they got avoidant as well. So it feels like they could be trying to heal these avoidant tendencies that they have. Now I'm seeing Gollum again. I'm not listening. Healing, that's really good. Accepting that there's things they need to heal, cycles that they need to heal. We have chaos. So they have chaos in their energy as well. Oh, we have union. That's really interesting. So they could be going back and forth with whether they believe that they can fix this. With those chakra cards, there's this energy where they know what they truly desire. They know what they truly desire. But fear of their own fear and ego could be stopping them, or the fear of your resentment towards them. I want to get one for that union. 3, 2, 1 action on the bottom. We have time and space. So this person feels like with time and space, there could be union. I want to get one for chaos. Oh my gosh. Look at what just came up for chaos. We have love yourself in divine masculine energy. So remember, crossroads came out with the emperor. So it feels like this chaos, divine intervention, is pushing them towards coming into union with themselves, self-love, healing through separation, so that they can embody this divine masculine energy. I'm going to get that other deck. Hang on. I'm just going to get this deck for them. Show me their energy. Show me their energy. Oh, that's interesting. So we have I am spirit, divine light on the bottom. We have watching, social media, spying, lurking, keeping an eye on you. Actually, when I cut this deck, when I cut that deck, the magnifying glass was on the bottom, trying to get more information, trying to see if online, like, do they look like they're still resenting me? I shouldn't laugh. We have passion, chemistry, and desire. They feel it too. We have change, transformation, preparation, 11, or not 1111. Why did I say 1111? 555. And it reminds me of that bear card. They're getting ready to come out of their cocoon. And I often talk about how butterflies, even though they don't know what it's like to be a butterfly, so they cling on to that cocoon. They cling on to their old selves for a while before they actually spread their wings and fly away. We do have karmic energy here. So they could be changing their own karmic energy. You had that card in the black deck about karmic energy and triggers and lessons needing to be learned. So I feel like that's something that they're transforming here. Highs and lows, like transforming some of that karmic energy. They could also have karmic lessons around them. Let's get 2 more. What? You could be dealing with an earth sign. Ascension! You could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a Capricorn. Ascension! They're at a crossroads, all right. I'm seeing that junction card in the channeled message deck that I use, the love pop, critical juncture, where there's a light. Look at this. Critical juncture, divine masculine energy, the crossroads and the emperor. chaos and divine masculine. So it feels like they're getting the green light to step into their masculine energy here. And once they're in this masculine energy, I feel nothing stops a divine masculine. Fear of resentment will not stop an emperor. Fear of rejection will not stop an emperor. The emperor is confident. So once they fully get into that divine masculine energy, green light, go. Ascension. All right. I'm just going to get a few cards about how they feel about you because I skipped that deck. I actually have another one here I want to get first. Long reading. Surrender. So let's just look at your person's energy really quickly. Show me this divine masculine growth. Balance. Trying to find balance in their life. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Feeling lonely. They could be isolating right now. Growth. Sometimes isolation is essential for growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Growth, loneliness, balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Trying to balance their insecurity and their self-worth. Remember those cards? Trying to balance their intuition and ego. One more. Pride. So they could be working on their ego and their pride. They could be realizing how their pride affects relationships because we've got relationships on the bottom. This person could have had an inflated ego. I just want to see how they're feeling about you. Abundance. Purpose. Abundance for how they feel about you. For how they feel about you, we have abundance. You could be someone very abundant. We have purpose. I know what I am here to do. And they got the twin flame card twice. So I feel like this person feels like you are their purpose or you're part of their purpose. And we have surrender. So maybe they feel like you've surrendered this connection. Ripping. Honesty. Love. So this person is feeling like they need to be honest with you. I just felt a froggy in my throat. Releasing, cleansing, healing. Love. This is how they're feeling about you. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So there is, remember the shark card. This person, and the trickery card. This person does want to be honest with you about what they truly desire. Interesting. One more. For how they're feeling about you. Relationships. Self-esteem. So they could be feeling like this relationship taught them something about their self-esteem. Grief. So they could be grieving the ending of this relationship. I feel like this did trigger their own self-esteem, their self-worth. All right. We're almost done. Let's see how this person is feeling about you. How is this person feeling about you? I don't know why I shuffled that. I had already shuffled this deck. Interesting. We have bluff on the bottom. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Time. I feel like you You could be being impatient or feeling impatient about how long they're taking, and I feel like they're feeling the pressure of taking too long. Sorry for the drill. I can hear somebody outside with a drill. How they feel about you. Depth, awareness, importance, values. So they're realizing the importance of you. They have a new awareness about you. We have pain, apprehensive about coming towards you. The Kelly the Green Dragon card. They're cautious and afraid that you may be feeling resentment towards them. We have sorrow, loss, grief, depression. We have one day, remember the union card, one day through time and space we'll be together. We'll come into union. I'll make things right. Someday, sometime, somewhere, we'll come back together. We have chemistry. You had that card, attraction. So clearly they feel a chemistry. They feel like you're releasing them. And we have intuition. So they could go back and forth with, because I'm just thinking about on the same frequency, you and this person kind of mirroring each other. If you are going back and forth between being conflicted and your intuition, I feel like they could be going back and forth with their intuition could be telling them, this will all work out. You can come into union. You can do this. But then I feel like their ego tells them, if you don't hurry up, you're going to miss your chance. Or what are you talking about? They've already released you. They don't want you. Like that's their ego talking is what I mean. That's their fear. So it feels like they feel like they've taken too long and that you're releasing them, that you're letting them go, because this is how they feel about you. And you know what's interesting? There's a green light there, and it says, I know you can't see it. It doesn't matter how I hold it. You can't see it because it's flipped. But this says, go. Green light, go. So it feels like this person, feels like if they don't move towards you soon, that you're moving on. How is this person feeling about you? We've got divine masculine on the bottom. We've got bluff. So maybe they feel like you see through them. You see through their mask. They feel like if they come towards you and they're feeling insecure, you'll be able to tell. We have confusion. You had that too. Uncertain. Unclear, unsure. We have karma. Consequences, cause and effect, debts. So they could be going through some karma for how they treated you. Or, they could be consequences. So they could be conflicted or unsure of how to come towards you because they're not sure what the consequences are for the actions, the scorpion in the past, unresolved issue from the past, the resentment that they think you're holding on to. Let's get two more. 1, 2. Oh, twin flame. They got it 3 times. Mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. And we have new beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. I just heard Jack Skellington in my head. Try again, don't give up. And now I'm hearing a different song. I'm hearing the song by Scotty Hellman, Ripple Effect. Please, can we try something new? We're just drowning in our parents' history. It's not really about you and it's not really about me. We're just suffering from our trauma. What's that line? I gotta look it up for you. Ripple. Come on, Google. I've looked this up so many times. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm just as mean as my mother. You're just as angry as your dad. So the fact that I'm hearing the song, you could be the one that was... Remember how I said I was very reactive because of my father wound? So that could be resonating. I'm just as mean as my mother. You're as angry as your dad. The clenched fist of a real long list of the things we never had. So I feel like you and this person could have maybe not had your needs met as children, which causes that fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, lack of self-worth. It causes that chasing and runner energy. It's not really about you and it's not really about me. We're just drowning in the ripple effect of our parents' history. So please, can we try something new? Because I want to heal all them wounds with you. That's a great song. Anyway, I love that song. So we're going to get tarot. Oh, there it is. I just covered it up. I was trying not to panic. We're going to get tarot for your person's energy. All right. So let's look at your person's current energy. I have people outside, 2 guys outside building a trampoline. So let's see your person's energy. Show me your person's energy. That one wanted to come out. I'll take the flipper. So we have judgment, awakening, self-evaluation, self-reflection. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. We have the Page of Swords, so they definitely could be keeping an eye on you, my friend. It's also about learning about themselves, getting more information. Learning about themselves. They could be starting to learn, like starting to self-evaluate, on the cusp of personal transformation. Let's get another one for their energy. Their energy. Whoa, the 5 of Swords in reverse. And the 6 of Swords. So, your person, their energy, they are moving on. They're moving into calmer waters. With the 6 of Swords. Leaving, healing and leaving things in the past. 5 of Swords in reverse. That's also about wanting to make amends. Wanting to reconciliate something. 5 of Swords in reverse. Reconciliation, resolution, compromise, revenge, regret, remorse. They're having a hard time moving on from someone in their life. I wonder who that is. The asker is encouraged to be patient with themselves and focus on taking small, consistent steps in the right direction they are hoping to go towards, their true desire, remember? And then 6 of Swords. Accepting lessons. So they're accepting the lessons. Reconciling after a fight. Represents change, transition, and holding on to the past. So clearly they're still holding on to you. And they're going through a transformational period. 6 of Swords. It can indicate a trip that they will need to take alone. They may be feeling separation anxiety. So this is something they have to go through on their own. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? The Fool's on the bottom, so I feel like they're starting their journey, like they're starting their hero's journey or whatever. I hope you can hear me. I've been having issues. Whoa. I've been having issues with my Wi-Fi. I really hope you can hear me right now. I don't know what to do. I hope you can hear me. I've been having issues with my Wi-Fi, and they said there was something wrong with the modem. So they're like, we'll send you a new one. And then the new one came and it was the wrong one. Anyway, my poor kids are getting frustrated with it. I'm getting frustrated with it. Like, it's taking forever for things to upload. Whenever I'm watching a tarot reading, like it stops every few minutes because my modem's broken. Anyway, for some reason it just came up that you're not connected to your Wi-Fi, so it stopped the reading. Anyway, for how your person is feeling about you. Ace of Pentacles. I don't know what this other card is. It's face down. Ace of Pentacles, wanting a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles can symbolize like wanting to offer you stability. It can also, sometimes it symbolizes, sometimes it can symbolize an apology. Ace of Pentacles, they see potential. For how they feel about you, the Strength card. So they do feel a very strong bond with you. This did come out in the upright. They feel a very strong bond with you. The infinity symbol, right? I think the infinity symbol is on all of the major arcanas in this deck, but a lot of the times on the Strength card, you will see the infinity symbol, and I'm hearing that it's a connection that cannot be destroyed nor recreated. So very strong connection. But they're also feeling like they need to work up the courage to come towards you with this stable offer. They could be lacking that confidence. Who was it that said, I think I can, I think I can? Was that the Brave Little Toaster? I don't know. I never watched that. Was it the Brave Little Toaster who said that? That's what I just heard. I think I can, I think I can. And Seven of Swords on the bottom. This is someone who wants to get something off their conscience. Who wants to stop playing games. They have something weighing heavily on them right now that they want to, the truth, right? That Shark card. Getting the record straight. Seven of Swords in reverse. They want to set the record straight. That's how they feel about you. It's funny, I didn't get any information in this reading about what happened in your past, only that there's something that's unresolved that you are resentful about. That's interesting. I didn't see anything about what could have happened in the past other than the triggers. But anyway, let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Oh, the Lovers. Knight of Cups. Very intuitive energy. The Knight of Cups follows their intuition no matter what. Very romantic feelings. This is how they feel about you. They could feel like they weren't ready for this type of love. They could feel like they were too immature. They could feel like somebody here, whether it's you or them, has a hard time being emotionally vulnerable with the Knight of Cups and didn't know what to do with this connection. Divine love connection. The Swans. And on that Intuit tarot deck that I like to use, this one, the Lovers talks about union. And they've got union. I've seen swans so many times in their reading because they had the union card with the two swans on it too. That's how they feel about you. Very strong connection. Let's look at their intentions towards you. What are their future intentions towards you? The Hierophant. That's marriage. The World card. So they want the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. They want fulfillment here. The Hierophant, marriage. Those are their intentions. That's a marriage card. Hierophant, higher level of commitment. And the World, that's about ending cycles. And they had that cycles card. They know there's cycles that they need to heal. The World, they could want to travel towards you. Completion, achievement, fulfillment, a sense of belonging, wholeness, harmony. Feeling loved and grateful. Those are their intentions. They want to feel loved. They want you to feel loved. Now I'm hearing another song. Some Like It Hot. I would be interested. Who knows what movie I'm talking about when I say that. I'm an old soul. That's an old movie. Marilyn Monroe. I want to be loved by you and you, nobody else but you. I want to be loved by you alone. That song must be symbolic. I'm hearing the whole thing. Anyway, let's see what action they'll take in the future. I wish I had I ordered timing cards, but they haven't come yet. I ordered them a long time ago. Well then, we have 6 of Cups for actions, which is about reconnection. It's about hearing from a past person. It can be reunion energy, wanting to rekindle a past connection. 6 of Cups, these are their actions. We have the Sun, which is about clarity and happiness. So I definitely feel like they want to bring clarity to this in the future. We have the 3 of Wands, which is forward movement and progression. It's wanting to start a relationship. It's movement. Wanting to create a stable foundation. And then we have the Ace of Swords, communication, breakthrough moment. They want to communicate about the future here. And something else. That they feel like they're going to be met with resentment. So just remember that when they come in. That they're coming in, I don't think they're going to be, that's not going to stop them when they come in because of all that. I'm just staring at those Divine Masculine cards that came out. But just keep that in mind when they come in, that they're already bracing themselves that, you know, you're going to be mad. I don't think that's going to stop them. 3 of Wands, momentum, confidence, expansion, growth, looking ahead. Next stage in relationship, romantic momentum, creating a lasting foundation. So they want to talk about creating a lasting foundation here. Bark, 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 bark. Page of Coins here as well. Start of a new chapter. I'm just going to grab some channeled messages. Hang on. All right, we're in the home stretch. Channeled messages, last one. So I decided to use these ones. So let's see channeled messages from your person. What do they want to say? Channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from your person. All right. I'll leave it there for now. Let's see what we have. My heart is opening to love and guiding me back to you. That twin flame card in the blue deck said heart chakra activation. Messages of trust. My heart is opening to love and guiding me back to you. Trust. We have, yes, I'm changing this pattern and moving forward. That's good. We have, I miss you. Let's both stop running away. Love like ours can change the world. It's true, it can. As twin flames, as I was thinking about that, as twin flames, we're here to ascend and help others do the same. So you and this person could have a mission to help other twin flames. Mirrors, separated or together, we are working in tandem with each other. Truth, on the same frequency right now. Please send me energetic support. This is a union card. Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me because I need your help. So if you, once you have forgiven them and released that resentment, send them that energetic frequency. I'm not holding on to resentment. I won't bite your head off. I see you working to create change and I'm proud of what you are accomplishing. I want to work on a mission with you. So when I asked how they felt about you, purpose did come out. So you could be working on your mission. Communication, you think I'm not listening to you, but I am. I hear everything you say and even replay our conversations in my head. Oh, timing and intentions, please don't give up on me. I'm trying to change, but it takes time. And remember how I went on that little rant about how long this can take? And it's interesting because I almost feel like you're at a crossroads where you're thinking about giving up. Please don't give up on me. I'm trying to change, but it takes time. Communication, I care about you even when I act like I don't. I'm hiding my true feelings because I feel vulnerable. We have karmic ties. I'm struggling with codependency. I'm afraid to let go of my old coping mechanisms. So clearly they have codependency as well. Timing and intentions. There are subconscious fears affecting our ability to attract love and abundance. The universe is helping us make them conscious, so we can easily attract what we want, including each other. I'm just going to get a couple more. Couple more. That one wants to come out. I want to talk to you, but I'm not sure I'm ready to share everything and give you the answers you deserve. I think you're beautiful inside and out. I see the light that radiates from your soul. I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with love. I'm going through physical, emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energy. I'm seeing synchronicities like your name or 1111 and working out what they mean. Don't be tempted to disconnect from source. Unicorn, questioning divinity. Don't be tempted to disconnect from source. Our connection to source is the love and healing we require for union. Karmic ties, past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in other lifetimes and that makes me afraid. I need to heal the grief in order to allow the love to bloom. I'm looking for a way out of this situation so that I can be free. And that could be fear of abandonment. This card always reminds me of Five of Pentacles. I know in my heart we'll be together one day. Remember envisioning union. And that helps me trust. Keep going. Let's keep working on us. I am walking home to you. I am not sure where I am on the path, but I am walking it. The timing cards I ordered are coming from Latvia. That's a long way away from me. I'll contact you when I'm able to. Right now, my life is too complicated to bring you into it, but know that I do want to talk to you. We must remember that we are gods, goddesses, and work to embody that energy. I have one here that I'm saving. I need to be strong in who I am. Remember, I said that. Before I can merge my energy with yours in the 3D, I'm afraid I could lose myself in this relationship. And then we have our inner guidance is clear, but our ego is resisting it, which is what I was saying about both of you. It's like your inner guidance is clear, your intuition knows, but your egos are resisting it. Crossroads. So it says draw another card to clarify what you both might be resisting. So I'm curious about what you're both resisting. I'll see if this deck will tell me. I don't always find that this gives me the answer. So what are you both resisting? What are you both resisting? I'm going to get a different deck. Messages being exchanged through music and movies. Listen carefully and trust what you hear. So you could be seeing, and them, you could be both of each other hearing music and seeing your names and like synchronicities in music and TV shows. And you're just like, nah, it's just a coincidence. Your ego's telling you, nah, just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. I just want to see, I want to use this deck to see if I can get one card. Our inner guidance is clear, but our ego is resisting it. So what is your ego resisting? What is your ego resisting? I said one. I said one. What is your ego resisting? The beaver. Things work against you, but persistence pays off. So it feels like your ego is feeling the resistance and fighting it. Determined. So your inner guidance is determined, but your ego is feeling the resistance, the fear, the time. Your ego is feeling like things are working against you. Remember, I'm thinking of a surrender card, divine timing. Let me look at it. Divine timing. Well, where is that divine timing card? Divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So, my friends, I'm going to leave it here. But as always, I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.